The first level of the Primordial Hall in Chengfeng City is also specifically for purchasing low-level primordial life corpses, and here only 3 forces are involved in the procurement. Cultivators are in seclusion for extended periods and hunt very rarely. At this moment, only Luo Feng is a customer on the first level of the Primordial Hall. I have a batch of low-level primordial life corpses to sell. Let the 3 of you take a look and see what price you can offer. Luo Feng stood there, holding the storage bracelet in one hand. He directly released the bracelet's seal, allowing the external parties to view it. A batch, the Divine Emperors responsible for these 3 forces all came forward, each sending their thoughts to infiltrate the storage bracelet and examine it. What they saw startled them, a dense collection of low-level primordial life corpses. They had never seen so many low-level primordial life corpses in their lives. Usually, purchasing over 1,000 at once is considered a lot. In the dark sacred realm, hunting is extremely dangerous. If you fight the weak, it attracts the strong. If you fight the strong, it draws an entire terrifying squad. So it's very difficult to hunt a large number of low-level primordial life. In the 9 Rivers Sacred Realm, cities with power are not attacked by low-level primordial life at all. Even if attacked, if they cannot breach the city, the army will withdraw. Only when breaching the city, where the defending forces are extraordinarily strong, can they not only overpower the army, but also ensure that 90% of the army cannot escape. To achieve such a great result, the probability is exceedingly low. This is far too many. The Divine Emperors responsible for these 3 forces were all very surprised and somewhat tongue-tied. Might I ask this Divine Emperor? A Divine Emperor carefully spoke. I am Luo Feng. Luo Feng directly said, whoever among you 3 offers the highest price will have the chance to acquire all these low-level primordial life corpses. If I'm not satisfied, I'll sell them in other cities. Divine Emperor Luo Feng, please don't be hasty. This business deal is too large, and we need to report it upwards. We will definitely give Divine Emperor a satisfactory price. The 3 forces became a bit anxious. Such a huge transaction, even if profits are compressed, is still quite lucrative. Luo Feng suddenly sensed something, turned his head, and saw 3 figures flying over from a distance, an old man, a winged woman, and a young man in a red robe. As they flew over, their invisible aura naturally intimidated all sides, making the nearby area devoid of any cultivators daring to come close. Brother Luo Feng, the red-robed young man, Chizan, called out from afar. Ho ho, Brother Luo Feng, long time no see. The old man Bozu also warmly greeted. Meeting again. The winged woman, Divine Emperor Bai Yin, smiled slightly. As the 3 of them landed on the first level of the Primordial Hall, the Divine Emperors responsible for the 3 forces of the Primordial Hall all quickly and respectfully saluted. Clearly, these 3 held high status in Chengfeng City. Luo Feng was not surprised by the sight. According to the information he had, there were estimated to be just over 100 peak-level existences within Chengfeng City. The small team of Divine Emperor Bozu has been acting together for a long time. Even the city lord doesn't dare to treat them carelessly in Chengfeng City. I was originally planning to visit the 3 of you after the transaction, Luo Feng said with a smile. Your victory in defending the city yielded great spoils. Such a large transaction, these ordinary Divine Emperors cannot decide on it, and they must report it upwards. The old man laughed. Let's go, 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 first to my cave mansion to rest, and slowly wait for their reply. You 3 can negotiate well and can also purchase this batch of low-level primordial life corpses together. The old man looked at the ordinary Divine Emperors on the first level of the Primordial Hall. But if the price is low, I, Brother Luo Feng, will not sell. Brother Luo Feng, let's go. Divine Emperor Bai Yin smiled. Luo Feng nodded. Immediately, the 4 of them flew off together, heading straight for Bozu Divine Emperor's cave mansion. The ordinary Divine Emperors on the first level of the Primordial Hall secretly clicked their tongues. What is the origin of this Divine Emperor Luo Feng to produce so many low-level primordial life corpses at once? He seems to have quite a relationship with Bozu and the other 2. These ordinary Divine Emperors dared not neglect their duties and immediately reported the news upwards. Also, they reported all the images of the hundreds of thousands of low-level primordial life corpses they observed. This intelligence immediately caused shock among some of the peak existences in Chengfeng City. Such enormous wealth, even among those at the peak level, few can compare with Luo Feng. In a pale white large cave mansion, the four of them, Luo Feng and his companions, sat scattered, drinking and chatting gleefully. Ha ha ha, to meet again in the dark sacred realm is a blessing. Come, come, let's drink heartily. Sister Bai Yin was originally planning to go into seclusion, but guessing brother Luo Feng was coming, she didn't rush into it. The red-robed youth laughed. The winged woman smiled slightly. I've cultivated to this realm. Even if I closed myself in again, it would be difficult to advance a single inch. Instead, brother Luo Feng's exceptional talent, even a few pointers from him would be more beneficial than me closing myself for billions of eras. Reaching the peak level itself is a huge bottleneck. The three of them also crave further advancement, so they are willing to lower their pastures in front of Luo Feng, feeling that Luo Feng, having just broken through, has surpassed the three of them. Once his strength is stabilized, he will likely be even more powerful. Such a dazzling existence, his comprehension ability must far exceed the three of them. Just a few pointers might enlighten them. Each bit of enlightenment, every opportunity, they treasure greatly. Perhaps they might seize the chance to leap out of the braided cage. I'm also stuck at a bottleneck now. Luo Feng shook his head, trapped at the bottleneck, struggling to make any progress. Oh, would you care to share? Perhaps we could brainstorm some solutions together, Bozu suggested. Bai Yin and Qizhen also turned their gaze toward Luo Feng. Cultivators at the pinnacle level often engage in philosophical discussions together, and such discussions are beneficial for cultivation. I'm pondering, if a physical body is unimaginably immense, how should one's spiritual will control it? Luo Feng looked at his three friends. How immense a physical body are we talking about? Qizhen asked. The ultra-limit level bodies of the primordial Wild Hoof clan are considered quite formidable, Luo Feng said. But what if the body is 100,000 times larger than that? How could a divine emperor perfectly control such a form? 12 billion times the perfect divine body energy reserve, Luo Feng estimated, would be about 100,000 times that of the ultra-limit level primordial Wild Hoof. This, Bozu, Qizhen, and Bai Yin were all astonished by the thought. The primordial Wild Hoof clan is already renowned for having the strongest physical bodies among the low-level primordial life. A body 100,000 times larger. Even if the will breaks free from its braided cage, it would be impossible to control it perfectly. Bozu calculated briefly and concluded. During the Divine Emperor stage, I haven't heard of anyone being able to control such an immense body. Not even a whisper. Qizhen shook his head. Maybe one needs to break free from the braided cage and become a high-level primordial life to control such a body, Bai Yin Divine Emperor suggested. Luo Feng gently shook his head. He pursued the Divine Emperor Perfection Life and Death Tao, with his life level still being at the Divine Emperor stage. Theoretically, his physical body could attain such immensity. If he were to break free from the braided cage and further become a higher-level primordial life, it should undergo a qualitative change. Bozu suddenly sensed something and smiled. Brother Luo Feng, the city lord has contacted me, and he is offering 73 trillion primordial crystals for that batch of primordial life corpses. That price is quite decent. Luo Feng's eyes brightened, well aware of the value of his spoils of war. The current to strongest in the dark sacred realm are Divine Emperor GK, who refined a world-level primordial bloodline, and Dragon 9 Taoist Monarch, who practices 3.5 primordial level paths. Our Chengfeng City's Feng Chao City Lord is Dragon 9 Taoist Monarch's junior, and he is the most willing to offer a high price in the city, Bozu explained. Divine Emperor GK and Dragon 9 Taoist Monarch. Luo Feng's eyes lit up. How far are they from the invincible level? They are only somewhat stronger than us, Qizhen said. The three of us teaming up are comparable to any one of them. Luo Feng nodded slightly. As far as he knew, in the entire dark sacred realm, there were about 1,000 who could reach the pinnacle level. Divine Emperor GK and Dragon 9 Taoist Monarch were among the strongest, roughly matching his strength. Strictly speaking, the strongest in the dark sacred realm should be 3 individuals: Divine Emperor GK, Dragon 9 Taoist Monarch, and himself. As for invincible beings, they rarely appear in the dark sacred realm anymore. Most of the invincibles born throughout history are confirmed to have broken free from the braided cage. The other two also gave offers. Bozu smiled at Luo Feng, One is 71 trillion, the other 70 to trillion and to billion. We need to respond to them, and only then will they begin gathering primordial crystals. Let's sell it to the City Lord, Luo Feng decided. He was satisfied with the City Lord's offer. Once it's agreed, the City Lord will start gathering the primordial crystals. Bo Xiu said, "By the way, brother Luo Feng, do you need to purchase any treasures? The City Lord can offer a lower price for you. Gathering such a large sum of primordial crystals is quite troublesome. That's why the three made offers proactively. If Luo Feng didn't accept, there would be no need to collect the primordial crystals. I do need some supplies." Luo Feng's eyes brightened. "I need to purchase a sufficient amount of primordial bloodlines. Also, some auxiliary cultivation treasures." In merely a few moments, all low-level primordial life bloodlines from the surrounding world clusters are available in the Dark Sacred Realm. Bo Xiu smiled and said, "Here's the list of all low-level primordial life bloodlines. Take a look. The prices are all quite cheap." Bo Xiu sent the information to Luo Feng. Luo Feng glanced over the list. The Dark Sacred Realm is the core of the surrounding world clusters, gathering a peak group of cultivators from those clusters. It also has the largest amount of low-level primordial life bloodlines. Buy one of each low-level primordial bloodline of both life and destruction types. Each needs to be accompanied by 12 sets of ordinary remnant materials. For those of life or destruction types, buy one of each. Also equip them with materials. Luo Feng was wealthy enough that anything related to life and death, from early stage Divine Emperor to super limit level, he bought it all. Of course, he excluded those he had purchased previously. Buying all of it just costs 1,250 to billion primordial crystals. Luo Feng calculated briefly and felt satisfied, as he hadn't even spent a tiny fraction of his wealth. The primary expense of this primordial crystals was for super limit level bloodlines. Each super limit level bloodline costs about 5 billion primordial crystals. Luo Feng bought life type, destruction type, and those combining both, purchasing a total of 189 types of super limit level bloodlines. By some more auxiliary treasures, Luo Feng found the effect of the 100 Tribulations hard essence indeed quite good. In the past, he was too poor to buy the best ones. This time, having hit a bottleneck, Luo Feng bought a great deal of auxiliary treasures, spending up to 300 billion primordial crystals. "Just get these." Luo Feng sent a message to Bo Xiu Divine Emperor. "Do you need anything else?" Bo Xiu Divine Emperor asked. "The auxiliary treasures you've purchased are somewhat lacking. Even if used sparingly, it won't last you a billion eras of cultivation. It's more than enough." He had ventured through reincarnation to reach the land of origin, taking just a few thousand eras so far.